for you today. Brand new cork. I have imported these at vast personal expense so that you don't have to. Do you know what? Importing is such a faff. But we do it to bring you the most stunning fabrics. Look at this. This is brand new. I cannot get this from any of my UK suppliers. Believe you me, I have tried. I have looked across the board. I cannot get it. Just cannot get it. So I have had to go directly to Portugal to get this cork. It is the creme de la creme of cork. It is stunning. Now, what I love, and we'll take a deep close look at this, what I love about these corks is the feel. Now, Jane and I were looking at these. I'm like, crikey. The price point is a lot different to our normal cork. She said, yeah, but the feel of them. The feel of them. Do not get me wrong. Our normal corks are fabulous. And if you are just starting your cork journey, they are absolutely brilliant. They're a perfect weight for construction and all sorts of things. And they are absolutely lovely. But at some point we go, but I want colour. Or I want colour and gold. And I can't get that from that supplier. And obviously anything like this that happens on top of the cork has to be an added value. And so I have gone directly to Portugal. And I can't tell you, I am absolutely thrilled. Now, I have been really cautious because of the cost of it. I've been really cautious on how much I've bought. So just bear that in mind. We are selling these by the fat quarter. But as you can see, I've got metre lengths here. So up to a metre, if you buy multiples, I can do in one continuous piece. But otherwise, look at this. And I bought these because I am toying with the idea of doing a subscription for beautiful corks like this. And that's very exciting. Look at that paisley, isn't that just stunning? And you would get sort of hardware and cork and templates and stuff like that. But I have to dip my toe. I have to have a starting point. And my starting point is, do you love it? Because if you love it, I will get it. And so today is a real experimental show where we take a look and we go, well, do you love it? Because I do. I absolutely do. Now, this is the kind of cork that you're going to make multiple smaller makes with. So for me this morning, this has been my absolute dream. Now I made this out of a 10 inch by 14 or 15 inch piece. That's it. It's really not very big at all. In fact, I've already cut out my my piece for today's show. So if I just show you, at your halfway marks there, yeah, you would get. So let's fold it. You can see how usable this is. Let me. What have I just done with that? Have I just thrown that on the floor? So, for example, where did it... Seriously, where did that just go? Where did it go? Because that's kind of my make today and I've just thrown it somewhere. Oh, no. And now I've covered it. I'm doing well. Now I've just covered the microphone. Let me show you. So this size here is what you will get as a fat quarter. Now imagine this bag... Okay, let's just give you an idea of how many of these. Would you do it this way? Might be able to do one that way. Do you know what? You might at an absolute pinch. Yeah, you might get 3 out of 1 fat quarter. Okay, now bear in mind that is the finished item. This is beautiful. Now I went with a little bit of beautiful cave stripe in there. But you could equally, and if you want us to, just put a note on your order, if you want us to match that with a plain fabric, because your peacock would work beautifully here, or any of your plains really are going to sit. If you just want to open that up onto a plain, it just so happens that in the scrap bag, I was just doing our scrap bags and I found this piece of cave and I was like, no, that is going to work a treat, and that came with me. So what I would say is this: you could get, say, 2 of these, and then today's other make, because it's a 2-make day, everybody, it's a 2-make day. Here's the template for the 3rd make. Yeah, you see, then you can just fill in the gaps with this little monkey. So it might be that you make 2 of those bags, and then some of these. But also think about all the smaller templated makes that we've got. If you're a if you're a Cork Makes subscriber, then you've got templates and you are good to go. Okay, we're going to have a look at these, all of these, in just a moment. Good morning, everybody. Hello. But I just wanted to start you off so that you could see just how exquisite these corks are. We have a few offers and deals and things for you today. If you spend over £50 on cork today, I'm going to send you, you have to add it into your basket and it then becomes free. So if you've spent £50 or over on cork, and that includes our normal cork as well, I will put in this. Now, this is the really useful one. Now, you can make this out of cork. I've done a mix of cork and velvet there. You can make it out of fabric. You can make it out of all sorts. And so you've got the full instructions and your templates for the really useful one there. So if you're spending over £50, you're getting a £16.99 pattern and template bundle in. Add that to your basket for it to be free. Otherwise, the deal will not work. Okay. Now, I will show you these incredible corks that I've got for you today in just a moment. But, before that, the other thing to do and to have a look at is this. Just bear this in mind, okay? So, the other way to play today is this, okay? And this is it's a bolt end bundle type thing. So you'll get mixed sizes of, and this was great. So I bought this to get an idea of what other fabrics from this company would look like. And you can see I've got sizable pieces. So out of my scraps, if you like, my bolt end pieces, I've made one of my bags there, 2 bags. Oh, now this I want to back with my Liberty. That will be gorgeous. I have got a handful of these bolt ends, really a handful. But these all came. You can imagine they're not cheap, but they will give you a smorgasbord of. Look, I've backed that with fabulous fabric. A smorgasbord of fabrics to play with and try. Now, obviously, the fabrics. These are my fabrics, so it sent me running for my scraps, which has been just delightful. So, and when I see ones like this, I'm just going to back that in a really plain white, or if you've got that white on white tonal fabric or anything like that, that's all I'd be doing there. For this one, I'd be picking out a blue and going with that. Jane loved that, but it's a little ditzy one. For this one, I'd probably put a black on the back and leave it really plain. This one, I had a little bit of my Tim Holt snakeskin, so I was like, right, we're going to go snakeskin on the back of that. This one, I've put a bit of Liberty on the back. So they are like, you don't know what you're going to get. You know, it's bolt ends and it's, but what I would say is this is a great starter kit. So if you want to, this is the starter bundle. And if you buy this today, what I will give you is the triangle pencil case, instructions. This is it. Instructions and templates. So the nice thing about this is that you would, lots of it, I went through all of our templates and I wanted to give you a good size template and I wanted it to be an easy make. But then it set me thinking, crikey, we need these zip ends. You don't have to have the zip ends, but they really do make it. So I just had some of those come in. So if you want to grab some zip ends, and they just screw in, but they make it really professional. I love mine. Like I've got, I took this to a meeting the other day and I felt super, super, super posh. So we will give you, if you buy one of these ends, we will pop in when it comes. Now, I have to tell you, these are on a pre-order. I have not ordered these yet because I didn't know if you wanted them. And I didn't know until mine arrived how much I loved mine. But I've had great fun with mine. To that end, we have replenished our own fabric scrap bags because then that's a great way to get, you know, lots of different types of fabric in that you can play with, and you're not having to burst into your treasured stash. And we've also done for you, we've got a handful of wax and cork scrap bags. So yeah, that's what we've got on today. Let me show you. Let me show you then. So this is the green, and it's just exquisite. Fold these up out the way. So this has a microfiber backing to it. This is the other thing that's different to them. This has got a microfiber backing to it. So ultimately, if you didn't want to fuse, but that was why I bought the bolt-in, so I could have a good go with this, because this one here is microfiber. I was like, well, I wonder if I can still, with my heat and bond, that's what I've used here, bond those together. Yes, you can. You still can. That still really works. And then, so this one I bought because, well, we'll get to it in a moment. It kind of, it's sort of like strips in the pattern. It's very, very, very pretty, but I wanted it to go with the pattern fabric, so I'll just pop that to one side for now. This is this one that I'm playing with today. Absolutely stunning. It's this really deep inky blue and that gold, just exquisite. But then this red, oh my. And I bought this red because, look at the paisley. Doesn't that pick it up exquisitely? Just so beautifully. But then I also thought that would work too. So I've kind of done you plains, I say, well, plains and patterns. Because under here, all my little purple loving friends, check out this purple. And again, it's in sort of blocks. Do you know what? To buy in, these plain ones are more expensive than this patterned. Which is just crazy. Because they're sort of, it's, if you don't know what cork is, the bark of a tree. So it's sustainable. So they sort of shave the bark off. And the tree carries on growing. It doesn't affect the tree. So it's eco, it's sustainable, it's renewable. All the boxes we want to tick. This is so soft and supple. It's absolutely beautiful to work with. It feels exquisite. It's not sticky to sew with like PU can be. Some PUs, not all. It's just, just gorgeous. And then underneath here, just let me fold that back across there. You can see how this is going to go. So I was really, really, really careful about which corks I bought. But you can see that the purple goes here. So it might be that you have this and then you have a purple strap or a blue strap or a red one. But this certainly sits so beautifully with that one and this one, and it goes so beautifully with the red as well. So I don't know really what you call this pattern. It's like mandala-y, twirly, swirly, rainbowy. It's just incredible. But you can see next to the purple how that picks up the purple, and if I pull it back through here, you can see how it pulls the blues in there. So that's why I've gone for the combination that I have, and then this red. How exquisite is that red there? Now Gemma is messaging me frantically. I don't know what she's got to say, so let me just check in. Yeah, you need to spend £50 before postage and before you add the £16.99 really useful one. We've nearly sold out of the turquoise and the navy and gold. We've called this abstract multicolour abstract. This one here. Okay. Have a look at natashamakes.com. So just go and have a look there. So let's see what these are called. This one is turquoise, and again it's got that flock backing. This one is purple. Then we've got paisley, multicolour abstract, which is that one. And then we've got Bordeaux, which is this one. And then we've got the navy and gold, which is nearly sold out, which is this one. And then we've got the verdant, which is the green. This one here. And then there is the 1 kilo premium Portuguese cork offcuts bag with your free Natasha Makes template pattern. So that's how today is looking. A bit different, isn't it? We are so in love with these, I can't even begin to tell you. And when you actually get to touch them, and you can see how supple these are, when you actually get to touch them and work with them, oh, they are just beautiful. And it's like that thing, do you know, like art gallery fabrics always say feel the difference? You can. These are the Rolls Royce of corks, and they come with that price tag. So enjoy. This is coming your way. Oh my goodness, you are so lucky. The microfiber obviously grabs everything in its path. And this is so resilient. So it's naturally water resistant. You don't see, you don't see trees, do you, soaking up all the water. It runs off the trees. So it's naturally water resistant. Look at this. I mean, just look at those together. Now what you can't do, and it took me a while to realise this, what you can't do is bond cork and cork together. I haven't managed that yet, unless you use liquid glue. But of course I tried it with the heat and bond, which was ridiculous because of course cork is an insulator, so the heat doesn't go through. It's like, oh yes, I see my error there. Because I went to Jane, I wonder when I started this, I wonder if I could put like one of those corks on the back and have it double cork. And then obviously realised my ridiculous thought process there. No, that was never going to work. Because of course it's an insulator. I grew up with a cork floor on the bathroom, so it's always nice and warm when you came out the bath. And we have lots of cork in our house. Everywhere you can imagine, can't you? Look at this. just look at it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Yeah, I'm very, very, I was so, because you can imagine, like, buying in something with a higher price point was quite terrifying. But look at it. Just look at it. I love that. I just love it. And when you get it home and you see the detailing in it, ooh. 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 Yeah. It's a bit special. It really is a bit special. So yeah, have a go. See what you fancy. See what you like. And let's make some stuff. The other thing to tell you as well today is Josh, bless him, he was working until 1 o'clock this morning to make this happen for me. Obviously, a lot of you are Cork Makes subscribers. What does that mean? It means that you get you get access to our Cork Makes members area, where you get a lot of these templates and a lot of these patterns for free. They're there with instructions, with videos on how to insert your rivets, how to insert your snaps, how to insert all the different hardware that we use. When would you use this? When would you use that? It's got all the answers there and little snippet videos, super easy to access. And then you get the templates, but also we have got a few SVG files now live on our website. If you go to natashamakes.com and you put SVG, it will come up. So if you've got a Cricut or a scan and cut, something like that, you can now cut your cork, back it with your fabric, with your heat and bond like you would normally, put it fabric side down on your fabric mat, okay, and then cut. Lovely Kate Blanchard has tried and tested this, and she sent us in the results. They're great. She's been so methodical with it. So we know that these SVG files, they were outsourced to a graphic designer who's used to working with the scan and cut, so she knows how to hold all the files together so you can't resize and mess it up. So it's been done really professionally for us. Obviously that comes at a cost. Have a look at the SVG files, because then you can batch make, you can make these, you can cut these out on your cutting machines, and it does make a massive difference. It just looks so professional then. So it's kind of upping your game a little bit there. So do take a look at those. And then what else have we got for you? Like I said, we've got all the different scrap bags for you today, various bits of hardware which we'll go through as we get there. And something else I was going to say. Oh yes. So lots of you already subscribed to Natasha Makes Designs and to Quilting with Jane, and obviously we've introduced the new one, which is Cork Makes. Now, the price for each of those subscriptions has gone up because there's now a lot of stuff in there, to $9.99. So if you want to just join Natasha Makes Designs and have a live Zoom with me every month, live Zoom workshop, that's just $9.99, and you've got lots of different patterns and videos and stuff under that subscription. And then if you can't make that live Zoom, we load it later so you can join the workshop later. And that's, we make in real time together with everybody asking whatever questions they need to. Some people just lurk in the background, don't go on camera, that's fine. Other people ask, but it's me and Gemma always on there, so you can ask. And I say always, next month it won't be Gemma because she'll be in a field somewhere, but it's generally just me and Gemma. Quilting with Jane is about to start. Now we've put the price up to $9.99. If you are already a member, you keep the membership price you joined at for the whole duration of your subscription, of your membership, okay? But obviously if you're joining now, you've already got a back history of an entire quilt with Jane, so it feels only fair to increase the price slightly to $9.99 as we start a new one. We start that next week. If you are a Quilting with Jane member, those kits are on the website. You will have received an email saying, have you got your kit? If you want to use our fabric choices, you might be delving in your stash. There's no pressure there. You can just do that. That's absolutely fine. Now the Cork Makes is incredible value because you get all the templates there to download, print off, and you're good to go. But I know that if you want to join all three, you know, so what we've done, and when I say we, I mean Josh. What Josh has done for you at my bequest is he has put a special bundle where you can get access to all three at a deal price. Okay, so if you go to, in fact, did I share that link with, it's natashamakdesigns.com, and click on the memberships, you get your different options. There's one more option there that's new, and that is the premium trio, which means you get access to all three. It's $25.99 a month, but you also get 10% off your orders at Natasha Makes on Natasha Makes products. So the fabrics and the haberdashery and stuff like that. Not on sewing machines and creative grids and stuff like that where there isn't the margins. On stuff that we have that's Natasha Makes. So if you're spending, you know, over £100 on fabrics a month, it's kind of worth getting that. Because then you've just paid the price of a pattern to get access to all three, and that's paid off your membership anyway. Now, if you are a Cork Makes member, this pattern today, now I can't promise it's going to be added today, but it will be going up ASAP. Both of these makes today will be added to the Cork membership. So if you want to join just the Cork membership today, and I'm sure that SJ or Gemma will put the link as to how to join in the chat, then you've already saved. Because individually, these add up to way more than you are paying to get both of these in your membership. This is where your saving happens. This is how we're saving. On top of the fact that you've already got a catalogue, a back catalogue of lots of other templates in there to make. So it is an option worth considering, I would suggest. Now, for the McCarty Designs, Natasha McCarty Designs members, you said that you didn't like the format that I filmed the half-metre, half-hour bag. So this morning I got up super early and I filmed you a new one. So by the end of play today, we will replace that video with this one. Okay? Because, you know. And can I ask you one little thing? Right? Before we get making. Can you see that? It says, get my glasses on. Handmade by Natasha. If I could find a way to get personalised ones to bring to air, would you be interested? Just a little question. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm also not going to do it if there's not any interest. You are my market research. So that's where we are at today. Okay. Let's make today's makes then. We've got an instant winner. Oh, these are the, we've got these in packs of 10, by the way, different colours. These are the zip ends. They look great, by the way, if you want to have a longer zip. So we've got, I've just bundled all of mine into one packet. You've got bright gold ones. You've got silver, packs of 10. And then you've got gunmetal, and like I say, they go on the end of your zips, and they look really, really, really smart. So they come in packs of 10, and then you just screw them on. Really, 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 really simple and easy. We haven't had them for ages. They sold out last time we brought them to air. I mean, like, they flew out. Now this is my hexi bowl, and again, you're going to use your scraps. This is one to save for your scraps. You need, what, an 8-inch square of fabric? Yeah, that's all you need. 8-inch square of cork, 8-inch square of fabric. We layer, okay? This is the thing to remember, is that we layer these up. So let me just demonstrate. Your cork will go face down. Then you will cut to size. Imagine that's cut to size. Your heat and bond. We've done this so many times. And then your fancy fabric goes on top. So this is what I'm using. I realise that none of these go, but I'm just scrabbling about for whatever I've got. And you iron with a bit of steam, and that bonds your fabric to your cork. So cork face down, heat and bond, sandwiches in the middle, fabric right side up, steam, you're good to go. Okay? Lovely. Lovely. And then you're going to draw around your template and cut out. This is one that needs to be an SVG, isn't it? And then use your leather punch to make all the holes. Okay? But I have these by my bed. I just love them. I put all my little knickknacks, bits and bobs. And also, if I'm doing things like this, then just having like my little bits of hardware that I could easily lose in there helps tremendously. Don't lose it. This is a no-sew project. You could top stitch if you've got, say you'd got a lovely gold thread or something, you wanted to have that as a contrast. You could top stitch all the way round. These are ones to make and sell. Make and gift. Fill them with sweets. Give them as end of school teacher gifts. Whatever that looks like for you. Now you're going to use your rivets. Okay. And what I would say about this is, yeah, you see, I had a little bit of my octopus fabric, my climped octopus fabric left over. Just be consistent. So if I folded that over that way, I'm going to keep going round, folding it over the same way. And then we're just going to sew with hammers. That's it. The really nice thing about these double end cap rivets is, of course, you can clip them in. It's like basting in place. And if you're posting to someone, because these rivets don't need to be hammered down, if you don't want them to, it's not like a bag where you really need them to be. You could just send the rivets in a little bag and post it flat. So if you're gifting, and just pop a little note in saying, just pop your rivets on. Or send them a little video on how to. And round you go. Okay. Then you're going to get your hammer. We sell these starter kits of rivets as well. They're so useful. So useful. And then pop your rivet in there. And then you want to get one of these with the curved edge to go over the top. And that's your rivet in. And by putting it in, oops, oh no, by putting it in this curved bit here, it's just maintaining the integrity of your curve. Now I have edge coated these. You don't have to. Whoop. I've got a couple of bottles of edge coat left. And on my bag, I put some gum tragacanth round first. What does that look like? Why would I do that? Right, let me explain to you what these things are. So if you're new to cork, you've got an idea. Now, gum tragacanth would go on first. And this is like the gold standard of how to do it. You need a tool like this. I've got some of these lovely blue ones. Okay. And basically, you'll dip that in there and you will roll it around there. Now you can see this is twisting and twizzling, which means that when you've got your edge coat or your gum tragacanth, it's only going on that edge there. These tools are a genius. Please don't wash them. This was the mistake that I made with mine when I first got them, was I went to the sink and I thoroughly washed them. Try not to get the paint ever over that end there, and clean them with a baby wipe. Otherwise they rust and then they don't roll. Okay. So I would put gum tragacanth on. So what that does is it slicks the edges to prepare for the finishes. Okay. If you don't want to, it also means that you won't get, it sort of seals it too. So then if you're going in with a dark colour here, it won't bleed into the colour of your fabric. Now, sometimes having that sort of ombre is a look that you're happy to have. I've certainly done that many a time, and it's been, I've been quite happy with it. It's fine. And then you'd go in with your edge coat, and the edge coat just makes it look professional. If you look at anything leather that you have, be it your belt or anything else, you don't just have a raw edge on your leather. You have something like this coating it, and it's a flexible paint that goes on, so it moves with it. It's absolutely fine to move with it, and it protects the edges and makes them look really professional. These have been a massive, massive win for me, just to have these, because suddenly I'm looking professional. And those last forever. They're not cheap to buy, but they do last and last and last, as long as you don't throw them all over your cutting mat. Ask me how I know. So that's, and the thing is, right, people love cork. If you are making to sell, if you are gifting, if you've got PTA summer fairs or anything like that at school, or just, like I say, fill with chocolates or whatever as gifts, someone's not well or whatever, people are curious about cork, and they really don't think. They can't work out how you've done it. Well, you've sewn that, or you've put that, or you used rivets. People don't know how to do this. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. I absolutely love it. And that's such a quick and easy make. It really is. Just, I love. Now, so with all of these, because it takes time for all of these things to dry, I've cut these out. I've made most of the holes in them, and I've either done gum tragacanth, like on this one, I needn't have bothered with the gum tragacanth because it's a really dark fabric anyway. So if I've gone in with the black, if it had bled through a little bit, would I have minded? No, really not. So, you know, you can get away with, or save yourself. But if you're using a really light fabric, I would absolutely use the gum tragacanth. What I might have to bring to bear for you at one point that I've got down in Cornwall, because I've got quite a collection now, is a clear edge coat. So if you are working with a lighter one, a lighter lining, you might just want a clear edge. Anyway, we're cut out. This is a very easy shape to cut out. There's nothing difficult in here at all, okay? And we're going to decide, have I got enough? Have I got enough? Yes, I think I have just. I'm getting close to the edge of my gold rivets there before I have to crack open a whole new what's it. So the first thing we're going to do is sort of sit it up. And we're going to bring these flaps here across. They're going to sit into there. So we start to create that 3D look already. Now there's, if you want to stitch all the way round and top stitch all the way round, you can, but you're not going to fray because you've got your edge coat on there. It's purely decorative at this point. So, and again, the absolute beauty of these rivets is that they sort of, it's like basting with rivets. I don't mean like turkey basting, like sew basting, where you get the thing held in shape by your rivets. Okay. And then I'm going to sit it in there. I'm going to hammer these in. One. Now what I would say is, as you start to get closer to getting it tight, you can sort of move it around a little bit after it's hammered in. But there it is. There we go. Okay. So we're starting to get some shape going on already. Now, this straight edge tucks into here, and this lovely curved edge, which echoes the curve round here, comes round to the front. Okay. Now you have got 2 rivet points here. And on this first one here, we're going to put a rivet. Same on the other side. Okay. And then on these top ones, you have an option. Now, on my one that I made, in fact, I might even go close up on this. You know those the rivet D-rings that we've got? I put those in. So they just go in, they hammer in like a rivet. Okay. There. Now you might have bought from us these packs where you've got the rainbow ones. They would be spectacular, especially with that. Absolutely gorgeous. Or you can use these screw-in ones. Okay, so you've got various options. Or what else have I got? I've got somewhere, because you're not going to overfill these ones. If you've got I can't find my ones. The O-rings. Then they would absolutely work too. I'm just trying to find. What have I done with mine? Bear with me, caller, while I just have a little rummage around and see if I can find them. I've got pots and pots and pots of different fixings and fittings and all sorts going on all over the place, and I've been trying really hard to get them all in one place, and clearly have not quite managed. I've got snaps, I've got those. But what about my O-rings? Where are they? What have I done with those? Ah, no. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? Because they would have been perfect. But I can't find them, let's see if I have got any spare in here that are going to work. Let's try these, shall we? And so you can pop these on. We're going to use this, and that's if you want to use this as a like a wristlet clutch, for example. If you want to do that. Have I got a gold that's going to match that one? No, we did. Oh, look, here we go. I have got them. Yay! So if you want, yeah, we've had these in the past. Oh, that's more delicate, isn't it? So all these sorts of, when you see us have these, please do just grab them. They don't come in very often. They are screw-in O-rings. I first got them when we did, what did we do them with? Oh, we did drawers that we pulled out and we used them on those. They're really versatile, but they just go through those layers and they screw in. Thank you for bearing with me while I found the right ones. And that screws in place there, and the same on this side. We've just got new stock of these multi-tools, by the way. They've got, I think it's 9 different screwdriver heads that just sit in the back here. They're brilliant. So you've always got the right shape or size for any of these fixtures or fittings. They are rather blinking good. We like them a lot. Yes, we do. And we're going to hammer those rivets. Now, don't be fooled, right? This cork is really pliable. Gosh, this is going to be so beautiful. Oof. Oofed. So just pop that on your smooth dish there, and then you can just sort of eke it out the way, or if you want to do it the other way. Just trying to remember how I did mine yesterday. Sort of like that, I think. And hammer it in. But don't be afraid to manipulate the cork to get it to where you need it to be. You see, you'd never manage to sew that like that. So this isn't like a no-sew make, if you will. But just push it out the way. It springs back. We will send this to you folded because it springs back. Now, you can either leave that as it is at the front. Okay, you can see, it looks like it's sort of, and we can just then attach that. And that, you know, that's okay. But if you want that absolutely super flush, then you can glue that down. And to glue it down, I use the HT2. On this one, it was so noticeable because obviously it's got quite a like wah lining. It's a technical term, that wah. But on this one, like, it wouldn't matter if I didn't. It wouldn't, but I will. So all you're going to do, this has got a real quick catch to it, by the way. So just pop it on there towards the edge. And you can either hold it, which is, you know, great because it's got, like I say, it's got a quick catch. Quick grab, isn't it? That's what they call it, quick grab. Or you can clip it, and you know, if you don't have the alligator clips, that might be done with a quilting clip like that. And again, don't be afraid to manipulate the cork. It bounces back. You will be fine. Okay, put that in there. And obviously you want to have that glue close to the edge so that it doesn't gap in any way. And we'll make the strap then, whilst we're waiting for that to do its thing. Okay, and then we'll put the snap in there. So these are not difficult makes. Now this is the strap. Okay, there's various different things that you could use. You could, if you wanted to, go in with your little hearts, your little heart spring D-rings, and you could slide that on there. That's quite sweet actually, isn't it? You'd have to swizzle it round so that you've got the, to put it on. That would then just clip on there. That's very sweet. So you've got that option. Or we do have swivel D-rings with lobster clasps on there. You could use one of those. We've got our bling O-rings. We've also got, I mean, if you're doing like this one, we've also got the really bright, colourful clips that spring open. So they just hook that way. There you go. They just unlock like that, and you've got them in all the colours there. So that might have been quite a fun way to have like picked maybe that blue and added that in there. Would have been a little bit of fun. So you've got those options. These are one of your Friday deals. You'll find them on the deals page on the Natasha Makes website. All the haberdashery and stuff like that. If you go on the cork bit of it, you'll find it all there. It is indeed all there. Now let me have a little look, see what I've got just to hand. What have I got kicking about? Ooh, you might want to use your gold screw-in D-rings. Lots and lots and lots of options. Do I go with the heart one? That is quite lovely. No, I'm going to stick with the gold here. So that's just going to slide down. Got plenty of stock of those. And then you can either put them flat like that, or you can go over the top like that, which means it's always kind of curved. I'm going to go over the top and have it always kind of curved. Oh, this cork, I tell you what, cork smells amazing. It smells so good. So good. Now if you want to, you can always run a couple of stitches there just to hold that in place, stop it from moving around the place. That's entirely up to you, but that will then attach either side onto that, so you've got that strap. That should now have merrily grabbed. Doesn't take too long. Okay, and then now you can put fancy all sorts onto here. It's entirely up to you. However, I'm going to find that center point on here. Josh nearly gave me a heart attack yesterday. It's like, is that center? Did you say that was center? It's like, go away. And just make yourself a little hole for your snap. Have I got any more gold snaps left? Oh, I used up all my gold snaps. Surely not. No. I don't believe it. No, look, I've got a second set here because I knew I was nearly running out. Now, actually, before you put that in, you want to just mark, and now do make sure you do get it centered. So let me just make sure that I have got that beautifully centered there. There we go. And that's going to be the other side of your snap. Okay. So smooth side there. And because these are different size snaps, they come with the proper size tools for these. So just keep them together. Don't go mixing and matching them all. And again, you're going to have to just manipulate and fold in that cork a little bit. And that's all okay. I used to shy away from snaps. I was so scared of them, and it stopped me doing so much. They are so easy. So easy. Please give them a go. You've got, if you're a, what did I just do with that? Where did it fly to? If you are a subscriber in the Natasha, in the Cork Makes subscription, you've got all the videos there. You've got all of them on how to insert your snaps. Really close up. Like really close up. Because you're going to switch that over and make sure that that sits in the hole in the back of your snap. Otherwise you'll smush your snap. And then you've got your tool that has the dome. The dome sits over there so you don't smash that. And there it is. How utterly gorgeous, and how totally different actually do they look. Just delightful. And you've got that really beautiful rivet base there, which shows up on this gold. So there you go. That is today's make. I really hope that you've enjoyed this cork. I honestly, I never thought I would find a fabric that I never tire of it. There, it is so versatile and so unusual. I think that's the thing, because everybody that comes and has a look at that, oh, what is that? Is it just cork? And I get stopped in the street if I've got a bag with a cork base on. Like it's really something. Oh, here we go. Gemma's just said, the cork fabric is a premium and eco-friendly material created by skilled craftsmen. It's made from thin cork shavings harvested directly from the outer bark of the cork oak tree, a sustainable process that does not harm the tree, making it 100% natural, sustainable and a recyclable resource. The cork fabric features a fabric support backing composed of polyester, cotton and polyurethane, providing it with a luxurious and leather-like feel that is a dream to work with. You've seen how much of a dream it is to work with. Perfect for making bags, wallets, craft items and more. Cork is durable, naturally water resistant, stain resistant and scratch resistant, and it also ages beautifully. It really does. Okay, it's PETA approved. PETA approved. It's a vegan product. It's cruelty free. It's sustainable, and it is premium quality. That is why we like working with cork. The multicolour abstract has sold out. The off-cut bags have also sold out. I will see if I can get any more of those. I will see. If I can, bear with me, I will. So just check back on the website. I'll do it the minute we come off air. The turquoise, multicolour and abstract and the navy gold are all sold out. Also, yeah, and we're with the requests for more. Gemma's just shouting, Tash! Yes. Sorry. There we go. Let me see if I can order any more. If I know that you love it, I can order more. But it was a big investment to get in if it wasn't going to be. But if I know that you love it, then we will seriously look at bringing you a monthly subscription with a different fabulous cork every month and a different template and hardware every month. Like that would be the dream. So thank you ever so much for shopping with us, buying with us. It means that we can bring you more of all of this incredible stuff. So thank you ever so much for bearing with and for watching today. If you want to grab your memberships, please do. The cork makes for these, you will have these templates by the end of the week. They will be up there. So again, that has saved you money if you're going for that cork make subscription. And I want to give Josh a massive thank you because, like I say, he was up until midnight, 1 o'clock last night, putting all of these new subscription bundles together. He does actually have a proper job, but we steal him on the regular for that. So thank you ever so much to everybody, and we will see you next week. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.